Have you ever experienced that overwhelming wave of affection when someone seems to shower you with compliments, gifts, and attention all at once? You might have thought, wow, this person really cares about me, but have you ever stopped to think, is this too much? Too fast? It can feel like a dream come true, especially if you're someone who values emotional connections and intimacy. But there's a catch: that intense attention and affection, it could be love bombing. And understanding the psychology behind it is crucial if you want to avoid falling into its trap. Because believe me, this emotional manipulation is more common than you might think. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the psychology of love bombing, how it affects you, and how you can protect yourself from falling into this dangerous pattern. All that affection and attention, it may not be what it seems, and I want you to be aware of the signs so you can make informed decisions in your relationships. Let's start by understanding what love bombing actually is. You've probably heard the term before, but you might not fully realize the depth of its impact. Love bombing is when someone, often a romantic partner or potential partner, overwhelms you with excessive affection, compliments, and attention. It's designed to make you feel special, unique, and wanted, which can be extremely enticing, especially if you've been feeling lonely or vulnerable. Now, this might sound harmless at first, even flattering, right? But the truth is, love bombing is a manipulation tactic, one used to gain control over your emotions. It's not about love, it's about power and control. It's about creating dependency and an emotional attachment that's hard to break once it's formed. And the hardest part, it's often difficult to spot love bombing when you're caught up in the rush of affection. But trust me, understanding the psychology behind it is key to avoiding it. The psychological mechanics of love bombing are rooted in a need for control. The person doing the love bombing often has insecurities or issues they're trying to mask by overcompensizing with affection. They want to make you feel as if you're the most important person in their life, as if no one has ever loved you this deeply before. But here's the catch: this isn't about you, it's about them. Love bombing is often a tactic used by people with narcissistic tendencies. People who want to create a sense of dependency in their partners. They will flood you with love and affection, and in doing so they hope to make you emotionally reliant on them. The goal is simple: once they've gained your trust and affection, they can start to manipulate your actions and emotions to suit their needs. They've created a bond so deep, it becomes almost impossible to question or leave. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how this affects you. Imagine you've been bombarded with affection. You're feeling on top of the world. You start to believe that this person really sees you. They understand you, and everything feels perfect. It's easy to get swept up in the feeling of being loved and wanted. But what happens when they start pushing you to open up faster than you're comfortable with, or they start demanding more of your time and energy? That's where the psychology of love bombing comes into play. The manipulator will start to isolate you from other relationships, friends, and even family. They may subtly imply that no one cares for you like they do, or they may make you feel guilty for spending time with others. The whole point is to create an emotional dependency where you rely on them for validation, approval, and love. It's about keeping you emotionally hooked and in their control, while making you think it's all about love. For you, someone who values emotional independence, this kind of behavior can feel suffocating, and it should. Your instincts might tell you something's off, but you might ignore it because the attention feels so good. You might even think, maybe I'm just overthinking this, or maybe I don't deserve this kind of attention. But this is exactly what the manipulator wants. They want to keep you questioning yourself. They want to make you feel like you need them, and that without them, you're nothing. That's the psychological trap. They want you to lose sight of who you really are, so they can shape you into what they need. They want you to believe that your worth is tied to their love and affection, and that's a dangerous road to go down, because you lose your sense of self in the process. The manipulation doesn't end there. As the love bombing continues, the manipulator will start to introduce subtle forms of control. They'll make small, seemingly insignificant demands that push you out of your comfort zone. Things like controlling how you spend your time, who you talk to, or even what you do. They'll start to make you feel guilty for wanting space. They'll guilt trip you for spending time with friends or pursuing your own hobbies. Eventually, you'll notice that the love you're receiving comes with strings attached, and the love bomber is always around to remind you of what you owe them. They'll use your emotions against you, claiming that if you truly loved them, you would prioritize their needs above your own. This is the danger of love bombing. It erodes your boundaries and creates a dependency that can be difficult to break free from. So how can you avoid falling into the trap of love bombing? The first step is to trust your instincts. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding, not on excessive affection that makes you feel overwhelmed. Take your time to get to know someone. Don't let them rush you into a commitment or into sharing personal details faster than you're comfortable with. A love bomber will try to push you into their world, but a genuine partner will respect your pace and boundaries. Pay attention to how they react when you set boundaries. A love bomber will try to break them down, whereas a healthy partner will respect them and give you the space you need. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for needing time for yourself or for maintaining your independence. Another key step in avoiding love bombing is to stay grounded in your own sense of self-worth. Know that you are worthy of love, but also know that love should not come at the expense of your own emotional well-being. A healthy relationship will build you up. It won't make you feel dependent or emotionally drained. Remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to take things slow. And it's okay to walk away if you feel that someone is trying to manipulate your emotions. Now, I want you to remember this. While love bombing might feel good in the moment, it's not real love. It's manipulation. It's important to protect yourself from falling into the emotional trap. Recognizing love bombing early is the key to protecting your heart and your emotional health. And most importantly, never let anyone convince you that you are less than enough just as you are. Stay true to yourself, trust your instincts, and always value your emotional independence. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share because you will learn tons of information in the next video. Stay tuned.